When we put on a trade, when we put on a position, we've made two decisions. The first decision we make is whether we're going to be long or short. And we spend a great deal of effort trying to get that right, and for good reason. If, in the long run sense, we're not right on that decision, then all the money management in the world won't help us. Just shuffling money doesn't create money. We have to be right on our trades over a long sequence of trades. The second decision we have to make is how much quantity to have on. And this decision is equally as important as the first decision. With the first decision, we have many things we can base what we're going to do on. We have charts, we have balance sheets if we're fundamentally inclined, we have Elliott wave. Larry had just spoken about how, for example, there's cycles and presidential election years and oscillators. So in the first decision, we have a framework, multiple frameworks we can choose from. Yet when it comes to trying to determine quantity, we don't have a framework. We're feeling around in the dark. Tonight, I'd like to introduce you to a framework, a way of charting, if you will, how to get a handle on the quantity you're trading in. The second important piece of this puzzle. That number of units you have in the account can be translated into an F value, just like we translate between Celsius and Fahrenheit. In this example, we say there's a 500,000 yen account. The biggest loss we've seen, or that we expect to see, is 50,000 yen, a negative number. We convert it to negative and it's a positive number. We have 5 units on, so we can say the F is, in this case, 0.5 by way of this formula. So we can convert between however many units in an account and an F value very simply, just like we convert metric to imperial. And this idea of F is foundational to this whole framework of looking at things, to this whole pretty geometry I hope to ignite your interest in. But wait, you say, I don't use leverage. Everything I do is in a cash account with stocks. They're all paid for. I'm not borrowing any money. I don't use leverage. Yes, you do use leverage, whether you know it or not. You have a quantity on. You have a certain number of units on, and that number of units can be translated into an F value, even if you're trading just stocks and they're paid for in a cash account. You have an F value for however many units of that stock you have on. This doesn't apply to me. I only trade cash stocks, and we see how it does, because if you have 2 stocks you're trading, you have an F value for each stock, and you might not be getting the reward commensurate with the risk you're taking. You may even be over the peak, and if you're over the peak on even one axis, it's a problem, as we've seen. Here we are after 20 plays. Same 2 games we're playing. Notice how the peak.
世界最高峰のマネーマネジメント。なぜマネーマネジメント、資金管理はトレードと全く同じくらい、おそらくはそれ以上に重要なのか。勝ちを最大限に、負けを最小限にする方法として、実際の運用において重要なのは、予想の精度の高さ以上に、縦玉の操作と計画性にある。予想通りのトレードができているときは、資金をいかに増大させ、裏目に出たときは、どれだけ資金の減少を最小限に抑えるか、という資金を動かすためのマネーマネジメントにある。ファンダメンタルズ、テクニカル分析、相場予測も間違ってはいない。なのに、成績だけは伸び悩む。マネーマネジメントが曖昧になると、状況に応じて頻繁に売買を繰り返してしまうため、利食いを伸ばすことも 損失を抑えることも難しくなってしまう。世界に名を残すものは必ずと言っていいほど、このマネーマネジメントを身につけているのだ。本セミナー DVD では、初級、中級者を対象とし、どちらのポジションをどのくらい張るかを軸とし、小難しい数学的確率論をなるべく排除し、必要最低限のポートフォリオ理論の一端を披露している。